Olivia. Hi Olivia, if you're watching this. She actually commented on one of my videos and suggested that, hey, every YouTuber calls their following something, you should call us Little Jewels. And I thought that was so cute. I really liked that. So I was like, you know what? My next video, I'm gonna call you guys my Little Jewels. So thank you, Olivia. I loved that suggestion. Today I'm gonna be reviewing and demoing a foundation, and it is the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. This is what the bottle looks like. It is a glass bottle. There is only 0.5 ounces in here, and this guy is $44. So that is quite an expensive, pricey, and mine is in the color N20, which I have to say, the color is really nice. I think it matches my skin tone pretty good. So that is kind of what is nice about this line of foundation, is they're known to have a lot of colors. I see a lot of big YouTubers use this, so I figured, why don't I make an honest review for you guys? I'm gonna demo it, and I'm gonna kind of do like a vlog style check-in, show you guys what it looks like in natural lighting, and then at the end of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my final thoughts and share kind of how it wore throughout the day. So what kind of gave me the inspiration to do a review kind of like this, just on the foundation, and to kind of just show you, I mean, of course, like under my YouTube lighting, but you'll see throughout the video, I show you what it looks like in natural lighting. I got that idea from another YouTuber. Her name's Taylor, and she has a channel. Her channel is called That Taylor. I'll go ahead and link it down below. But one of my really good friends, Mirth. Hi Mirth, hope you're having a nice day. Mirth had recommended That Taylor's channel to me a while ago, and she was like, have you seen her? Like, she has really good videos. I think you would really like her. And she was right. I actually love her videos and stuff, so good call, Mirth. But what I really liked about her reviews is, I don't know, she just does a really thorough job, and she also has kind of acne and scarring. So her reviews in particular are really helpful for me. Also, I see a lot of YouTubers, when they do foundation reviews, they just do it in their, professional lighting, which honestly, you guys, most foundations look really good under professional lighting. So I always have a hard time kind of, not necessarily trusting, because of course they're still giving you their honest opinion, but it's kind of hard to actually see how the foundation is just in this kind of lighting. And I'm someone who, in my opinion, I think foundation is the most important part of makeup, just because, like I said, I don't have the best skin. So that's one thing. I'm always buying foundations. I've probably spent a bajillion. I would say a bajillion, obviously not that much, but I've spent a lot of money on trying different foundations, trying to find ones that work for my skin and everything like that. So hopefully this review will help you decide whether it's worth spending the 44 bucks on this guy, or if you want to kind of explore different options and stuff like that. If this is something you guys would like to see more of, if you want to see me continue to review foundations and do videos like this video, that way I know. I would be so happy to make these for you guys, because like I said, if I can save you guys money and help you out, I want to do that. So yeah, if you're interested in how I liked the Cover FX drops, then continue watching the video. Alrighty, so this stuff is actually pretty thin. I'm gonna give it a shake. And I'll kind of show you guys the consistency. Oh wow, it's very, very watery. It's literally almost like water. So I'm curious to see how much coverage this packs. And I'm gonna be applying it with this e.l.f., I believe it's a blurring brush. This is the makeup brush I use to apply my foundation every day. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the same tool that I would use with my regular foundation that I use every day. Let's have a smell real quick. It does have a scent, like a makeup-y scent, if that makes any sense, but it's not terrible. It's not super, super strong, and it's not like florally or bad or anything like that. So let's see if this will run off. Oh yeah, it's very thin. I don't even want to put my hand up to show you guys because it'll run off, but I'm just gonna go ahead and dip my brush in there and so, I mean, the coverage is okay. I do have some breakouts right now. It does do a pretty good job of kind of evening out my complexion, but as you can see, it doesn't really cover up my actual acne and blemishes too much. And I used about 3 or 4 drops, and that just covered this cheek. So let me go ahead and put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, that was probably more about 4 or 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this is kind of a lot of squirts that I'm putting on here. So I am using quite a bit of product. also guys, I forgot to mention, I did not start with a primer because on a daily basis, guys, I don't use a primer. I usually will only use a primer if, you know, I'm going out and really doing my makeup all nice and crazy, you know what I mean? So I wanted to kind of do everything the most similar to my normal routine. That way I can kind of judge it a little better on what I'm normally used to. So yeah, I forgot to mention that in the beginning. So that's about one layer right there, and I don't know, I mean, it does a really good job of kind of evening out my skin tone, but I don't know if it's showing up on camera, which I'll show you guys what it looks like in natural lighting in a minute, but it's just really not covering anything up very well. I do, however, like the feel of it. It actually feels very natural. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It actually feels like I'm not wearing anything. So I really like that about it. But yeah, just as far as coverage, I definitely need a lot more. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and go in with a second layer and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so that is what the second layer looks like, and I mean, it did build up a little more coverage and cover it a little more, but I don't know, I feel like it's really accentuating the texture of my skin. I kind of have some texturing underneath my eyes and obviously in my scarring area, and I have some bigger pores in this area, and then in my forehead lines, once again guys, I'll show you in natural lighting right now, but it's kind of just settling in there. And I don't know, I'm not really impressed with this stuff as far as my first impression, and it was gathered up around here in my nose and it just like completely blotted off. So I'll tell you guys, I'm very picky about my foundation. I don't know, because I don't have the best skin, I feel like I kind of have to be very picky. So if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of textures, someone who doesn't have a lot to cover up, you might like this. And it is one thing I really like about it so far is that it is pretty lightweight, like it feels lightweight. But yeah, for me and for my skin, I'm not super impressed with this, so I'll go ahead and show you in natural lighting right now. So now that I'm in natural lighting, I don't really dislike it as much as I did with all of my filming lights, but I still, like, as you can see, it doesn't really have the best coverage. You can still see some of my acne scars, you can still see some of my acne, and it is kind of settling a little bit in my nose, not so much on this side, but on this side. And see, it kind of just wipes off very easily, which I don't like that, because then, I don't know, if you touch your face throughout the day, it's gonna come off, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, but I also am pretty used to my foundation I wear every day. I still wear the Acne Labs HD foundation, which I can't find anything that competes with it. If you guys want me to do a review in this format with that, I can do that for you guys. Let me know down below if you want to see that, so that way you can kind of see the foundation that I'm comparing this to. But yeah, I don't know, I mean, what's nice is it doesn't look very cakey. It does look pretty natural. For me, I don't know, I'm just still not like, oh, this is a good foundation, especially for the price point. It's $44. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I am gonna put on like a little concealer to just cover up some of my spots and acne, just because I am gonna go out and do some errands and stuff today, which, I mean, normally I go with no makeup, but I'm gonna like film a video and do a makeup video, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna cover it up. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys once I'm done putting my makeup on. Alrighty guys, so this is what the finished product looks like once I have all the rest of my makeup on. I do have a little more natural look today. I've been, I don't know, everyday basis I don't go like full on glam all out. But I did use my usual setting powder that I use every day, and that's the Dermablend loose setting powder. And I have to say, this foundation does look a lot better with some setting powder. It's still kind of collecting here a little bit, and I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it does kind of still settle in my wrinkle lines on my forehead. I actually went and asked Jesse, I was like, hey, what do you think of my face makeup today compared to what it normally looks like? And he was like, so it's not really quite showing up on camera as good as it does in person, but it is kind of settling into my lines a little bit, and it does not kind of smooth over the texture of my skin like my normal foundation does. I know, I'm sorry guys, like I'm really picky about foundation, so you guys are probably like, oh, it looks really good. And it definitely doesn't look terrible. Like, I'm going out in public like this and I'm not like, oh, like, don't look at me, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, go on with the rest of my day, and I will check in with you guys at the end of my day when I'm ready to take it off, and that way you guys can see kind of how it wore and everything, and I will give you guys my final thoughts during that check-in. All right, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so I'm actually gonna take it off a little early. I've only been wearing it. I've only been wearing it for about 6 hours or so, and it did not hold up so well. It's definitely separating a lot down here. It just did not wear too well. Like here, it's definitely not looking too good. Yeah, my final verdict is I'm not really a big fan of this. I actually think how it's separating like this, even if you have smooth skin, it's still most likely gonna separate like this. I think if you're looking for something kind of more natural and lightweight and you don't have a lot to cover up and you're not gonna plan on wearing it all day, then maybe it would work, but I don't know. I'm just really not impressed, and I'm not a fan of this foundation, especially for the price. I think $44 for 0.5 ounces is kind of crazy for this kind of quality. So yeah, that is my personal review. Again, I have oily skin, I have texture issues, I have scarring, so if you're someone who's dry, or if you have a completely different skin type than me, then it might perform differently on you. That's one thing that you should kind of keep in the back of your mind when reading or watching any kind of review on any kind of skincare or makeup, is that everybody's skin is completely different. So if you're someone who this foundation works for, or if you still want to try it, like, by all means do it, because nobody has the same type of skin, so it could work differently for you. But yeah, for my oily, acne, scarring, I did not like it too much. So yeah, this will be the end of the review. Like this video if you would like to see more of these, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.